Howdy creators. Last week, I made a video, and in the video, I explained the sales tax rollout that's happening on Patreon. I'm not going to recap all of that because it's a lot. It was a pretty long video. The long and short of it is Patreon is being mandated by law to start charging sales tax on pledges. Make sure to talk to your patrons about this. That is so important. Like, I think, and I mentioned this in the other video, but if we're going to send out a patron email to patrons who will be affected by sales tax on June 1st. But I think patrons would prefer to hear from you, a creator, first, before they hear from us. I have just a lot of conviction that it'd be better if you as a creator email your patrons or send them a post, let them know that sales tax is going to be added to their pledge. For some of them, we have messaging around that. You can check the doobly-doo down below and get a link to exactly what that messaging is and how to talk to your patrons about it. In that video, I promised that we would be rolling out settings that would allow a creator to essentially make sure that their patrons weren't having to pay any more than they were legally obligated to pay in sales tax. That's what I'm going to walk you through today, is this tool that we've created for creators, these advanced settings that will basically help you ensure that your patrons don't have to pay more than they're legally obligated to pay. This is also going to be somewhat complicated. Patreon is a creator-first company. We listen to our creators. We want to make sure that our creators have the tools and the functionality and the ability that they need to have full control of their memberships. And so that means we do things a little differently. We give people a little more specificity, a little more control, a little bit more complexity than a lot of other platforms do. And it means that it's going to be a little bit more complicated than it appears in other platforms. But here's the good news. If you don't want to go through any of this, if you don't want to learn about sales tax and what's taxable and what's not, and how do I make sure my patrons save these extra pennies, if you don't want to worry about that, you don't have to. We have an automated solution that's going to take care of all of that. We got your back. You literally could stop watching this video right now and it would be fine. We're going to collect sales tax on your behalf. We're going to remit it. We're going to make sure that that it's paid for and done and handled. So there's an automated solution. This solution is like the manual solution for the super creators that are like, Patreon, I want to have full control of this. I have 3 tiers and one of them I want to be this and the other 2 I want to be like this. I want to make sure I don't charge too much sales tax on this tier because it looks like this, but actually it's that. If you're one of those creators, this video is for you. I'm going to literally walk you through the sales tax settings for my Patreon page for Scary Pockets. So if you don't know, I'm also a creator. I have been a creator for the last decade and a half. I was a creator before I started Patreon, and I still am a creator. I come out with a video a week on my Pomplamoose channel and a video a week on my Scary Pockets channel. And I'm going to walk you through the sales tax settings for Scary Pockets, which is my funk band, for our Patreon page. This is not like a toy demo. This is live in the product, and I'm actually going through the actual product, and I'm actually changing Scary Pockets tax settings. So I'm going through this live right in front of you because I want you to hear how I think about my tax settings for Scary Pockets and to walk you through the product if you're a creator that wants to lean in and have a bit more control. So I'm gonna dive right in. I'm gonna just start. You'll notice the first thing you see when you log into the product, if you're a creator, you'll see this little pop-up saying like, hey, we're announcing sales tax and click here to get started. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna click here to get started and let's get started together. Okay, so it's gonna take you to your tiers. You'll see another pop-up. Now, it's important to note, you're on your tiers page now. The reason you're on your tiers page is because we want to give you the control that you need to change sales tax by tier. So if some tiers shouldn't be more taxable or should be more taxable, you have the ability to control that by tier. I'm going to just go ahead and read this. Get started with advanced sales tax settings. These settings can give you more control over how sales tax applies to your patrons and potentially save them money. This walkthrough takes you through all these steps you want to complete on all of your tiers. List out each benefit you offer in each tier by selecting them from a drop-down menu. 2, once you've listed out all the benefits in your first tier, scroll down to the Adjust Benefits Value section and follow the instructions. 3, save your changes on that tier and follow the same steps on all of your tiers. Before you start, we suggest that you have this help article open in a separate window in case you get stuck or have questions. I'm going to open that help article in a second window. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm clicking, let's do this. Here we go. I feel like we need music or something because it's sales tax and it's boring. Okay, so you'll see another pop-up. Click here to get started on your first tier. Follow the instructions, save your work, then repeat with all your other tiers. Great. Edit tier. First, list all your benefits in this tier using the List Your Benefits drop-down menu. Add general support as one of the benefits if patrons pledge to support you or your work. Then you'll see the Adjust Benefit Value section where you can tell us how much each benefit is worth. Don't forget to hit Save Tier when you're done. Okay, this is the kicker. You ready for the kicker? This is like the important thing. In many regions, general support is not taxable. If you feel like, not in all regions, but in many regions, if you feel like a portion of your membership as a creator is because your patrons just want to support you, in addition to getting the exclusive content or behind the scenes access or early access or the extra live stream or the Discord benefit or whatever it is, if a portion of the reason that a patron wants to support you is because they just want to support you, if it's just general support, that is less taxable or not taxable in many regions. That's the kicker. So I would recommend, if you are one of those creators where you think your patrons are just like, they just got your back and they want to support you, and that's a pretty good reason for being a member for them, then I would suggest that you add general support to all of your tiers. Add general support to all of your tiers and give it some weight in your tax settings, that's basically how I'm going to approach this as a creator. Because I know for Scary Pockets, yes, our patrons want the stuff, but also our patrons just want to support us. They just like Scary Pockets, and when I read comments, they're just like, take my money. Like, I don't care about the benefits, I just want to support you guys. I know that that's the case. Patreon also has some research showing that about half the time, patrons, like half the motivation is wanting to support a creator. So that's how I'm thinking about my membership as a creator. Some creators are different. Like some creators say like, nah, the thing you get when you join Patreon is you get that extra podcast a week. And if you get the extra podcast every week, you know, that's really what it's for. And it's not really about support. It's about getting the extra podcast every week. And so they would do their sales tax settings a little differently. But since this is actually live in the product, I'm showing you how I'm actually going to go through my sales tax settings. So that's the kicker. I'm going to add general support. Okay, so I'm going to click next. Okay, once you save this tier, repeat the same steps on the rest of your tiers. If your higher tiers include benefits from lower tiers, you need to list them all out each time on every tier. Got it. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to list my benefits. Important note here, you're not adding a benefit when you're listing your benefits. I think some creators might be scared that they're changing their tiers. You're not actually changing your tiers when you list your benefits. You're just telling Patreon what the benefits are that you're offering, because right now your benefits are listed in free text. If you are an OG creator on Patreon, like I have been for a long time, your benefits are just a free text field. But when you list your benefits, you're essentially choosing a tax category of your benefit, and it tells Patreon how much to charge in sales tax. So I'm going to list my benefits for Scary Pockets. So here's my tier. I'm going to go up here. Join the Patreon community, support Scary Pockets, and get our band paid. You'll get access to patron-only posts and behind-the-scenes content we publish exclusively for patrons. So there's exclusive content and general support in that tier. So that's what I'm going to add. And I'm going to go to Browse Recommended Benefits. And I'm going to say General Support. And the tax category is General Support. And I click Add Benefit. Cool, that's one of them that's added. Now I'm going to list another benefit. And this one is going to be exclusive content. So I'm going to go ahead and look for exclusive content. Exclusive content, there it is. Add exclusive content. And tax category is bonus content digital. I'm going to go, yeah, that works. I think you could also just choose exclusive content. I'm going to choose exclusive content and click Add Benefit because that's exactly what it is. Cool. Now I've added general support and I've added exclusive content. Okay, here's where the rubber meets the road. What do you do now? I'm going to click Adjust Benefit Value for Sales Tax. This is how I actually change the distribution here. Adjust benefit value for sales tax. Now this allows you to basically say how much of the patron motivation is this thing versus this thing. And in this particular case, I'm going to say it's 50-50. Our patrons, 50% of the motivation is they want the exclusive content. 50% of the motivation is they just want to support us. So actually, I don't have to make any changes here because it's automatically weighted to 50-50. But we will make changes in future tiers when we get there. Cool. I'm happy with this. I'm saving my tier and I'm moving on. Let's take a little dance break because we're doing sales tax and we need to keep it exciting. Okay, save tier. Cool. I'm going to move on to my next tier now because remember, you have to do this for every single tier. It's not just for one tier. So here we go. Edit tier. Okay, you must have at least one benefit in your tier before saving. This helps us calculate sales tax from your patrons. So right, I have to tell Patreon what the benefits are that are in this free text field up here, right? Because this is just free text. So I'm going to go ahead and read my free text field. Are all new Discord server. So this is private community. That's what the benefit is. Suggest and vote on which songs we do. So patrons get to vote on songs and downloads of our songs. Okay, so we got like private community, we got voting power, and we got downloads of songs. Cool. I'm going to list those benefits now. So let's go ahead. Oh, here's general support. I'm definitely adding that. And I'm adding exclusive content because they get exclusive content. That's what the downloads are. And what was the other one? The Discord community. So I'm going to look for exclusive community. I don't see it in this list here, so I'm going to go browse recommended benefits. And let's see if we can find exclusive community as a benefit. Fan requests, live Q&A, private community. There it is. Private community. I'm adding that as a benefit. Private community and its community access as the tax category. Great. Now I've got general support, exclusive content, and private community. Okay, is that everything? Suggest and vote on songs. Okay, I got to add voting power. So list benefits. Let's go to all benefits here. Let's see if I can find something like voting. Early access, live event VIP, exclusive content, fan requests, live chat, live Q&A, live streams, merch, phone call, private community, exclusive voting power. There it is. Exclusive voting power with polls. I'm adding that as a benefit. The tax category is exclusive voting power. Cool. Now I've added these 4 benefits to this tier. Now I'm going to click Adjust Benefit Value for Sales Tax. Now here's where it's different. Right now, each one of these things is listed as 25% of the value. But I know that our patrons, half the reason that they're pledging is because they just want to support us. So I'm going to weight that support as 50%. And then I'm going to split the remaining weight between these 3 benefits here, between exclusive content, private community, and exclusive voting power. So what should that be? Like 16, 16, 17, something like that? No, 17. There we go. 17, 16, 17. Perfect. So we've got 4 benefits in this tier: general support, exclusive content, private community, and exclusive voting power. I'm weighting general support with 50%. And what that means is my patrons will have to pay less sales tax than if I weighted general support equally with all the other benefits, because those benefits will be taxable in many regions around the world, and general support won't be taxable. But I know that my patrons, 50% of the reason that they pledge to a Scary Pockets Patreon page is because they just want to help us and they want to support us. So I'm going to save this tier now. Save tier. I'm going to do this for my next tier. I'm just going to do this for the whole thing, and it's going to get a little repetitive, but frick it. I think at this point you get the idea, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up and film the whole thing so you can see it actually happening. Cool. I'll start by going to the top of my screen and downloads of all of our stems. Cool. Exclusive downloads. Access to our annual mix contests. Exclusive community. Everything from the SP community tier. So that had the other benefits that we talked about previously. Cool. I'm going to list those out. So that's going to be general support. It's going to be private community. It's going to be exclusive voting power. It's going to be exclusive content. And what were the other things? Downloads, we already captured that. Annual mix contest. That's actually already in there too because that's exclusive community. I wonder if mix contest should be another thing. Everything from Sari Pocket's community tier. Okay, I already listed those out. Let's see if the mix contest can be a thing. Ad-free content, ad-free episodes. I'll look for the closest thing for a mix contest. Commissions, digital downloads, early ticket access, early access, live event, VIP, no. Exclusive content, no. Fan request, no. Live chat, live Q&As, live streams, merch, patron shout-out, phone calls, complete post archive, private community, promo code, video tutorials and lessons, exclusive voting power, work in progress updates, work in progress updates. No, I'm going to say that this is like a community benefit here, which is already listed in the tier. Cool. Now I'm going to click adjust benefit value for sales tax. Great. And I'm going to say that general support is 50%. And I'm going to say the other ones are 17, 16, 17. So they add up to 100. And I'm going to save tier. Great. That's my third tier. 3 more to go. Here we go. Dance break. Cool. So let's update the VIP tickets with a category. The category is ad-free content, bonus content, commission, community access, community admission, community services, early access, exclusive content, exclusive voting power, general support, digital good, tangible good, live chat, live streams, live event. There you go. Live event. And I'm going to save benefit. Cool. And I'm going to do that with these other things here. Please update this benefit with a category. Name and video. Name and video. That I'm going to say is patron recognition. Let's see if that's some kind of... here we go. Patron recognition. Perfect. That's what your name and video is. When you put a patron's name in the credits or a name in the menu or a name in on your website, you're recognizing that patron. So it's patron recognition. Save benefit. Cool. And the last one here is trading cards. So this is physical merchandise. And I'm going to go ahead and call this tangible good. Save benefit. Okay, now this tier is a bit more expensive. This tier is $35. And it includes all the other things too, all the other benefits too. So I'm going to add those benefits right now, which were general support and exclusive content and private community and exclusive voting power. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom here and I'm going to say adjust benefit value for sales tax. And I think for this one, I'm going to weight the trading cards a little bit higher because I think, yes, people want to support us, but also those trading cards are pretty sick. And I think that's more of the motivation than some of these other things in this particular tier. If a patron chooses our $35 per month tier, I think it's because they want these trading cards more. So I'm still gonna, for general support, I'm gonna say that's still half the motivation, 50%, but I'm gonna say the motivation for trading cards is, I'm gonna put that one at 25%. And then I have to divvy up the remaining 25% between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers. So 5% each. Let's see if this makes sense. Okay, cool. So let me just look at this for a second. Let me see if this makes sense. So VIP tickets, 5%, name and video, 5%, trading cards, 25%, general support, 50%. Exclusive content, 5%. Private community, 5%. Exclusive voting power, 5%. I might put VIP tickets a little bit higher. I might say VIP tickets are 10% of this. And now I got to find 5% from these others. So I'll take 2 out there. And did I mess that up? Okay, let's see. 75. 85, and I need 15 between these 4 slots. So let's go 5% there. Exclusive content, 4, that gets me to 9. Another 4, private community voting power, 2. That looks pretty good. Does that make sense? I'm going to make it a little bit more even between these 3. So I'm going to go 4 and 3 here. There we go. Let me take a step back and look at this. I'm literally doing this for the first time in real time right in front of the camera, so you're seeing like my real struggle and thought process for how I think about weighting our benefits here. So still general support is 50% because I feel like when a patron becomes a patron of Scary Pockets, half their motivation is because they want to help us. Trading cards, 25%, higher than the other things in this tier because those trading cards are pretty sick. And I do think that's a significant motivation for patrons. VIP tickets, that's a pretty good deal. And 10% for that makes a lot of sense. Like it should be higher than the other things like private community and voting power. I think those, if a patron is choosing this tier, those things are less important. Cool, I feel happy with that. I'm gonna save tier. Great. All right, now that was the ultimate experience, and I have these 2 tiers left. Now these are unpublished tiers, but you'll see I have 3 patrons on this tier, and I have 2 patrons on that other tier. Even though they're unpublished, I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway, because I want to save those patrons sales tax if they don't legally owe sales tax for some of these things. So I'm gonna go ahead and lean in and do the same thing for these tiers as well. So this was the old, you'll get name in the credits on Scary Pockets videos you support, plus our undying gratitude, which is just general support, right? And everything else listed above. So this was the original name in the credits tier. Okay. And the tier title was your name in the credits. Cool, so I'm gonna go ahead and add, I'm gonna add those benefits. And it should be exclusive content. Cool. Let me add the other benefits. General support, I'm adding that. I'm adding private community. Did this one have private community? This one actually didn't have private community because we didn't have a Discord server back then. And exclusive voting power. This had exclusive voting power. Cool. So there's my benefits. Gonna go to advanced here, and I'm gonna say adjust benefit value for sales tax. General support, I'm putting it 50% for the same reason I've always put it at 50%. And then trading cards, I'm going to put higher, 25%. VIP tickets, I'm going to put at 10% like I did before. And then 1, 2, 3. So those, I'll give those 5 each. Does that do it? That does it. Okay, let me take a step back, look at it. General support 50%, trading cards 25%, VIP tickets 10%, name and video 5%, exclusive content 5%, exclusive voting power 5%. Cool, I'm gonna save it here. All right, and now I'm doing the last one, and this should conclude the video. I have 5 minutes before my camera automatically stops recording. This is a long ass video, but I hope you're getting some value out of it. And that it's helping you understand this tool and how we're thinking of taxes. Okay, so this is the $75 tier. This is another old trading car plus live show VIP ticket tier. So let's go ahead and list out the benefits here. So we got VIP tickets, we got name and video, we got trading cards. We're going general support, we're going exclusive content, we're going, this one did not have private community. It had exclusive voting power. Cool, there they are. Tier description, advanced, and sales tax. Boom, I'm gonna go general support at 50%. I'm gonna go trading cards again at 25%. Again, I'm having to do this repeatedly because this was an unpublished tier, but there are still some patrons who haven't chosen a different tier. They're still on this tier. In the Patreon product, we allow you to sunset a tier without kicking your patrons off of that tier, right? So I still have some patrons on this tier, which is why I'm going through it, even though this isn't a tier that we have up for grabs anymore. Okay, VIP tickets, I'm saying that's 10%, and then I'm gonna split the rest up evenly, 5, 5, and 5. Cool, save tier. That does it. I think I just finished my sales tax settings. I just finished sales tax. If you have finished watching this video, that is incredible. Thank you for staying this long. I hope it was educational. Remember, the key thing here is how much of each tier is really due to general support. And in our particular case for Scary Pockets, I think it's about 50% of a patron motivation, which isn't too far off from the data that we see when we do qualitative research at Patreon and we ask patrons, hey, why are you a patron? We hear, folks, yes, they want the stuff, and also they really want to support creators. So that's what I chose. I'm gonna say about 50% of a patron motivation is because they want to support us, and then the rest is for the actual stuff that they get in the tier. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching this long. If you have watched this long, you're incredible. And good luck rolling out sales tax to your patrons. And we're here for you, with you. I'm answering questions in the comment section below, so feel free to leave me a comment or a question. I want to help. Patreon wants to help with all this. So leave us a comment, leave us a question. I'm doing AMAs. All those links are down below. We're here with you. We want to help. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.